Yeah, it's your boy. Shout out to Lotus, living off the usual, of course. You know how we fucking do. Connect the bars.
Yeah, JBX718.
We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. Got a bad red bone since my name was Shimon. I don't need a whole breakup, the happy home. Got money all alone, so fuck this shit don't. Don't get caught in web, cheating, trying to bone. No time to Jones, it's M.O.B. Now I'm big league like the MLB. These hoes be tricking off Dollar Tree. They see me with my wife or eyes and V. I'm driving to the bank, their account empty. You can work for me, might see Benji's. I'ma do it big, all about Benji's. Got the streets on locks with knots like these. I'm making men bleed if they do me bad deeds. Take food from my scene, you won't see a breed. I'll take lead, that's what the game need. Never hesitate to squeeze, try to take my cheese. We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. My wife ass thick, only a mark ass bitch. Hoes try to sabotage cause I don't trick. Close people switch when you close to getting rich. If you pay me close, I'ma hit you with the stick. I'm number one pick like LeBron and Kobe. That's the reason why bitches wanna bow me. You wasn't with me when I was broke and lonely. So when I'm on stage, act like you don't know me. Talking money to show me. Don't like me to blow me. I'ma keep grinding as my breath acts slowly. I stay low-key, only trusting the chromie. Getting to this dough, no time for phonies. Can't clone me, I'm one of a kind. So fuck trying to splurge when you wasting my time. My wife is a dime, just so she mine. I give a good one and turn her on with my rhymes. We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. We getting to this dough. Every night is a movie, my nigga, but we never splurge on no hoes. You get it, gotta go. Time is money, my nigga, I'm making sure my account filled with O's. Yeah, what's up, people? It's your boy JBX718, as in JBX718, baby, coming live. You already know. Shout out to Lotus, living off the usual, and Connect the Bars. Make sure y'all go check that out. And, you know what I'm saying, support. That's what we need nowadays, man. We can't do it all alone, man. We need all the support we get. And in return, we show support and love back, man. And maybe we could have other people on this joints. So you already know, go check that out. Connect the Bars and Lotus, living off the usual. Love you, man. We're gonna get into it like this. I'm gonna give y'all a little brief history about me. Before I was JBX718, I was also Flacco the Builder. I went to the merchandise. I went to Johnny Blanco, Johnny Cash. And then I came up with the name JBX because it stands for JB the X. I am the Bronx. If the Bronx had the head, the arms, the legs, and the body, that's me in the flesh, baby. JBX in the flesh. So that's where I got that. And you know, there's always somebody that got the name JBX or something else. So I added the 718. Make sure y'all know that it's coming from New York, because we the first ones that started hip-hop. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? And I gave y'all the name JBX718 as New York and BX as a whole. So that explains how I got the name. I want to get into some brief history, how I got into the music. I wasn't always a rap artist. Growing up, my first things, when I was listening to music, I loved the Wu-Tang. I loved Biggie and Pac. This is a time before Pun and all them came in the 90s eras. I'm a little kid listening to this, and it inspired me big just to be artistic and who I am as a human being.
you know, because Pac wasn't always a gangster rapper as they portray him to be. He was also conscious. He gave y'all the party records. He gave y'all a lot of variety. Nothing taken away from Big, because Big was the same way. Big spoke about his life, how he was, and didn't want other people to take that example. So, you know, we all hard-headed in the beginning. And, you know what I'm saying, it takes growth and maturity in the game to wisen up. In my teenage years, well, before my teenage years, I wanted to be a baseball player, but I was good at art. I always drew. Since like 4 years old, I was drawing people, cartoons, all that stuff, doing graffiti. And then I started noticing when I started doing my research on the culture, like Run DMC days, or even before that time, the 80s, LL Cool J, I loved LL. LL was like a god for me growing up. I noticed that, you know, I wanted to be more versatile and tie in the culture. So I was good at drawing. That led me in one of the elements of graffiti and artwork and what I could do nowadays as far as designing for gear. I got my own gear now. Y'all can check that out. We got a couple different designs, but this is the latest design, Rompe Sueño, aka Shattered Dreams. We do the podcast, all that now. So that was where the artwork came in. And then in my teenage years, I wanted to be a baseball player. You know, I'm a fan of the Yankees. I don't rock any other teams that ain't New York or New York Yankees. That's like my crown on my head as far as JBX goes. But I wanted to be a baseball player. So I took that serious. My first year I sucked. Shout out to my stepfather who raised me and showed me a lot. I have a lot of his swag as New York swag, Puerto Rican swag. I'm also Dominican as well. Shout out to my Dominicanos. My stepdad influenced me baseball and a lot of Spanish music. And then I wondered, how could I tie all this together? My artwork, my baseball, as growing, you know what I mean? Maturing and learning all these things. And I started beatboxing. Let me tell you how I started beatboxing. At first, we used to do tape records, you know what I'm saying? When we had tapes, I was big on Big and Pac. I would like go on the radio, record all their joints through the tapes and then save them, stash them, listen to them, have my own versions of their albums and stuff. And I love the fact that music was starting to take a toll on me now. And everything I did, it takes us back to memories. It takes us back to when we was happy, sad, good times, basically. So moving forward, I got good at baseball. And music is starting to take a toll with the artwork and everything. And it led me in my teenage years. I got shot in my arm, in my right arm. And this is my throwing arm. So I gave up on baseball because I started getting depressed. And I couldn't be as big and athletic as I used to be. So it made me to lean on music more. I started with the beatboxing. I got locked up in Spofford, which no longer exists no more. To the Spofford kids, you know, it was like everybody from every borough was in with each other. And there was times when they used to have ciphers. And they used to be like, yo, we need beats and stuff. And that's when I came in. I would beatbox for like 2 hours straight, bro. Like, just different beats that I heard from back in the day from Pac, Big, Jay-Z, Pun, everybody that I could think of. And I would beatbox, and these dudes would spit bars, bro. Like real bars over my beat. And I was like, I was producing and I didn't even know it. So later on, as I'm doing my bids and Spofford and everything, I started getting into the writing. I loved the bars so much, and my moms and everybody would send me mail, and I would miss them, and I couldn't see them, and it hurt me. So I would write them letters, rhyming and everything, like poetry, send them drawings, And then when I finally got out, I met people like LOTUS. And shout out to Manny. Manny was my day one. He lived right in the first floor of my building. Now these guys were ahead of my time for me. They're older than me. So it's like they're teaching me the basics, but I wasn't catching on right away. It was clicking in little as time passed. I learned as I matured and started thinking more what I'm gonna do in life. And these guys taught me how to write my bars correctly, count bars. They gave me beats, they recorded me. I went to my first studio with Manny, Anonymous Lyrics. Make sure y'all look out for his music. He's all over. Anonymous, Manny taught me a lot, and just through life. And I wound up going through a heartache when my best friend passed, Victor, my brother. Yeah, get that in. That was, our memory was baseball and everything, so I took that memory big when he passed away. We always grew up playing ball, but he always recognized my versatility and loved how I rhymed, drew, and everything. He always told me never to give up. So that's what made me lean more on the music when baseball wasn't working out for me as a team. So moving forward again, I wound up taking it more serious. At this point, I didn't have a lot of music on wax, but I had a lot of writtens. So I was like, I gotta start coming up with money. I gotta start doing things. So if you're a rapper, don't think it's easy. Nothing's easy in life, not even selling drugs. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put money behind it. You gotta put time. You gotta stay away from your family. Sometimes you gotta travel. It's not easy to hold under a correct mind. So we gotta, you know what I'm saying? I wanna promote health, mental health. You know what I'm saying? I take medication and everything. It keeps me balanced. The rest is up to me. And I deal with that on a daily basis. And I want to promote mental health. If your mental's not good, nothing's gonna work out for you, my people. Make sure y'all healthy up there. You know, we all going through this pandemic right now, and I can't stress enough how mental health is important. So make sure y'all strong up there, and y'all stay strong and keep the faith. And you already know, y'all gotta watch this. It's a lot. Let me keep moving forward. I eventually started doing music on wax. Started paying for my own studio time. I was hustling bud. I was working 9 to 5s. It didn't work out. But everything I did, even if it was $40, out of $40 I would make, I would put 20 aside for studio time or whatever I needed it for. And it's always been that way for me. That's how much I love it. Now I want to get into, I just thought about the mental health and everything, and I want to give y'all a spiritual side of me. These are all variety. This is all I bring into my music. I bring the hood, I bring the Spanish, I bring the good, the bad, the ugly, the spiritual side, the sad, the happy. I do it all. We got to bring these emotions out because this is what we feel at times, and this is what we connect with when we listen to music. You know, a lot of the music sounds the same nowadays, and it's like, it's movie, it's catchy, but what are we doing to uplift? What are we doing to make people happy? What are we doing to put them on the front end and everything? And that's what I want to bring out in my next conversation right now. As I'm getting older and doing the music, I'm going on through life making sacrifices for the music. You know, putting a lot of stuff aside that maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe we should have put more thought into things besides the music. And that led me to my spiritual side. You know, when everything all fails, or when somebody's dying, they go, "Oh, God, save me. God, save me." God was saving you your whole life, bro. Every day we get up and breathe is an honor, is a blessing that we could walk, health, and everything. None of this is promised to us. So if we're able to do music and we're able to do artwork or work a 9 to 5 or anything, you should dedicate it all to the Lord. because whatever you believe in, Allah, or Jesus, Buddha, whatever, believe in something because there is a higher power, I believe. And at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. I can't blame you for being Asian. I can't blame you for being black. I can't blame you for being Arab. It was how we taught, how we was taught. So we put all the stuff aside and bring out love. We need more love. And God is love. That's what I learned throughout the years. And I preach that to everybody. And my conscious effort it's a slow change, but I got a lot of conscious music coming out. Make sure y'all stand out for that and look out for that. Besides that, I want to give special shout outs to everybody. I can't mention everybody, but the ones that I can mention off the rip. I mean, I went to Rhode Island and started a whole career out there. Rhode Island is like my second home, Providence. I wanted to move into Mass, all over, performing all over, when I was taking it serious. And it led me to meet a lot of new people and different types of backgrounds. And I want to give a shout out to Vital Keys here in New York, who was a big backbone to me in the music. LOTUS, Manny, Anonymous Lyrics, DJ Flip Mercedes in Rhode Island, who's been on every project I've ever done. From even if he's not on the track, he's busy engineering it, he's busy putting it together to make it sound good. VI, for the logos, all them times I needed you, brother, you was there, and I didn't have money, and you still gave me the time and effort, knowing that I was gonna pay you back. Jay Fuentes, when I needed beats in the beginning, I'm in Rhode Island, you know, he was giving me beats for like $20, $30, because he was still working on his craft. Who else? I want to give a shout out to my manager, Lucky Bling. Now we're doing big things here in New York. I've performed all over the Northeast. I got my own channels. Distro Kid, it's all over on all platforms. Make sure y'all look out for JBX718. JBX718 together. All platforms. You can find me. The only one that's different is probably Instagram. The Instagram is JBX_718. That's the only difference. My email is jbxmusicmail@gmail. jbxmusicmail@gmail.com. Hit me up if you know what I'm saying, want to work, or any, you know what I'm saying, Lotus knows how to get at me. I want to give a shout out to my manager, Lucky Bling again, who's been believing in me. Now we under the umbrella of Coke La Rock. Shout out to Coke La Rock, the first MC of father of hip hop. Do your research. If you know about Kool Herc, then you gotta know about Coke La Rock and how the culture started here in the Bronx in '73. And it's a big blessing to be a part of that. Besides that, I want to thank everybody who's ever worked with me and believed in me when I probably didn't even believe in myself or was going through things, and gave me the time and ear. Shout out to my family, my blood. Alex, I love you, my brother. There's so many. I'm just going into thought right now. Most of all, my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm married now. Been together 5 years.